Hello, this is WHIT Radio. I'm Iesha. I'm here with Angel, Jennifer, and Tamara. The topic of abortion has been really controversial for years now, and it actually has become like a very personal topic for me because I know someone who was supposed to have twin boys like years ago, and because her partner wasn't ready to have kids, she thought if she got an abortion, like he would stay with her. That did not happen. Like, it didn't change anything. He wound up leaving her like in a few years, and I was younger at the moment, so like it was explained to me as, oh, like there was 2 kids who died. You know, they didn't want to tell me. Obviously, I wouldn't understand. But years later, in a personal conversation, it came up, and you know, she told me straightforward what has happened. Obviously, I understood more because I was older, and I just want some opinions. How does abortion like make you guys feel? Like, do you guys feel like it should be illegal or should it be legal? Like, what are your opinions on that?
I think it depends on the situation and the person's feelings and the people surrounding them. Because you can't just think about yourself in that. You have to think about everyone, like, who that affects everyone. Because, like, what if someone's not, like, what if it's your partner and you want it and your spouse may not want that? And,
At one point, some lady told my mother that she should abort one of my brothers. And that got her really angry. It's like, who are you to tell someone to abort a child? That, like, it's not yours. So who are you to tell her to do that?
Exactly. It's like, I feel like that's wrong. And another question that like has come up was, do you feel like as a if a woman has only a fetus or embryo, do you feel that that embryo or fetus, that they should have the rights to legal like protection? Like, do you feel like they deserve like human rights and stuff? Like, they deserve the same rights as like a normal human, an adult?
Yeah.
And in your opinion, would you consider abortion a murder?
Yes.
Because a lot of people say, oh, it's just like, what if it's just a fetus? It's nothing yet.
It's still gonna turn into a human.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
like,
because I read about the process online, and it's
I couldn't even
terrible.
bring myself to look that.
It's terrible.
I had to do a research on that before, and much of it was like in the Bible saying, oh, you know, that God doesn't want, you know, that he was explaining, I suppose, like, you know, fetuses are still human and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't think of going into that.
I'm gonna ask tougher questions, and I hope you guys don't mind. Do you feel like it should still be illegal if the person has been raped or went through child abuse, or when they do the, like, you organize like how you want your child to come out, and let's say it doesn't come out the way you expect it to, do you still feel like it should be illegal?
There's other options. I mean, there's adoption.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like, I know, like, some people just don't want to go through the process of pushing, like, but if you don't want your child, there's someone out there who's willing to deal with that child. Like, there's someone out there with a bigger heart, obviously, who's willing to deal with that child. Like,
I read about this girl who, you know, she got raped, whatever, but she ended up having a baby, but she aborted it. But, you know, she still had that, you know, regret that, you know, she killed a baby. And that, I think that messed her up even more than what, she got raped. The thought of her getting raped.
And also, another question I see, like, has come up a lot in these debates is, what if the child, like, in the process of checking the child, what if it's deformed? How do you feel about that? Like, do you think it should still be legal, or, I feel like as a mother, you should naturally love your child regardless. Like, that's really heartless. I don't understand why you would. That's
like they say, when a mother gives birth, you get that natural mother's instinct, and you automatically love them. And it's like, you know.
And I don't understand people who don't feel like that. It makes no sense. Like, you like that's that's you. That's a part of you right there, and you're just gonna.
I think the worst is when teenagers have them.
Yeah.
And they have unprotected sex and all of that, and they automatically get an abortion as if it's no big deal.
But is that, I think some of them do it because they're scared of what their parents or other people would think. So you shouldn't care what other people think.
Exactly.
It's your child.
They just take the easy way out, but you have life inside you. So
that's what my mom did. Mom had my brother when she was 16. She still graduated out of high school when she was 17.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I also know a person who, like, she was 17, she had a child, but she just didn't wind up having it. I found something really disgusting. I was doing some research on it. Like, lately it's been getting to my head, like, the whole abortion thing. There's actually women out there who are getting abortion because of a job promotion. Like, yeah, just so they can get the job. That's disgusting.
That's extremely selfish.
Disgusting.
How can you...
Mm-hmm. That's, like, over that, like, someone could not come into this world because the simple fact that you wanted, like, a job promotion. Like, what is that? And another, like, this is kind of tough, like, to ask, but what if, how do you guys feel if, like, if the mother has a child, how do you feel if it could kill her if she has a child? Like, what about cases like that, like, where the mother can get killed as well? Like, should be, like, I feel like I don't know how to answer that, but I've looked it up, and I don't know.
During labor or
during labor? You know how there's those cases where it could kill you?
Yeah.
I don't. That kind of, like, stuff like that makes me think.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it, like, after that. And do you feel like it should be illegal in cases of incest or, you know, like, rape? Because there's a lot of people who just, for example, there's girls who get raped and then they have, like, something they weren't even ready for.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make you guys feel? Like,
because in a situation like that, it was taken from them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They didn't have consent. It wasn't a mutual thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to say your opinion because you're not in that person's shoes. You're not going through what they're going through. So.
And a lot of teenage girls, like, they get pregnant and then they wind up not wanting to have it because they realize they're not ready.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be, like, some type of system where, like, there should be a nurse from a hospital that comes home and checks on them, make sure they're doing everything, like, well. I feel like that should be added.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, to end the show, I found this interesting quote, and it was, if we use the absence of brain waves and heartbeat to determine when a person's life has ended, why shouldn't we use the presence of brain waves and a heartbeat to determine when a person's life begins? And I'll end the show on that.